back to another episode of Love You More. It's your co-host KLV, accompanied by
his beautiful wife, Amy.
Yes and D. Everyone, make sure y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't watch the whole video, hit that like button.
It's
Takes
free.
1 second, and it's free. Also, we will have our email and our social medias in the description. So if you ever have a scenario, situation, or topic that y'all want us to cover, or just need advice or our opinion on, drop that for us, and we will make sure we get it covered for you all.
It's about us, but it's about y'all for real. We
For
want to hear
sure,
from you.
for sure. This is our therapy, but we want to help as many people, as many couples as we can along the way by talking, and we want to get to the point where it's very interactive and we can have call-ins and things like that. So I think that'll be very fun, especially in season 2. But
Today on Love You More.
today we're going to talk about friendships, opposite sex friends.
Ooh.
How do you how can you make it work, right? Like if you have a opposite sex friend, you're married, you're in a relationship, how one can you instill that trust that your partner don't have to worry about this person? Two, how can you maintain those boundaries with the friend to know, hey, this is strictly platonic and nothing more, nothing less? Like how can you navigate through all that being married or in a relationship when you're dealing with opposite sex friends first?
Okay, so this is a good topic. I don't think that in our 16 years of being together, like we've never really sat down and had this conversation. It's just always been like, don't ask, don't tell, don't play with me. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so I think this is a really good topic. Also think that it's not, you can't do it. I don't think that men and women, and I could be completely wrong, but I don't think that men and women can have simply platonic relationships at this stage of the game. I don't. There is some people who I went to school with, who I grew up with, that will always be my brothers, who I've known predating you, who I still have very close relationships with, but that also has boundaries of, you know, I'm married, you're married, always gonna be bro, like never gonna want to see anything bad, never want to see any harm done to you, but mm, unless all four of us are going out for drinks, or all four of us are going on vacation, or all four of us are like that type of situation, then really what is it? On the other side of it, though, I think it's definitely a loaded question, because I know you, I know my husband. So I know that all your homeboys can, your phone is ringing 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you answer, it's your brother. Like, it's your homeboy, but they're family. At any point in time of the night, they can call. At any time of the month, they can call and say, hey, look, I'm short on this, or I need this, or whatever the case is, it's done. Like, you are a person who gives your all and will give the shirt off of your back for the people that you love. And so, with that being said, like, I don't even think it would be fair to say that you could have female friends at this stage of the game that are newer female friends, because no, they're not going to have the same access to you that your other friends do. Like, they're not going to be able to call you and be like, hey, bro, let me hold such and such till next week. hey, bro, I need a ride from here. Come and get me. Like, they're not going to have that access to you. So it doesn't even make sense almost.
I did have a homie like that before though. That was my dog too.
A female?
Yeah.
But when you say a homie, like, so
Nah, she was like one of the bros.
she was one of the bros, and I think we're talking about the same person, but I'm talking about like y'all are not interested in the same. She's not interested in me. She's interested in you, not me.
That don't make it better.
It does.
Nigga, how does that make it better? If my friend she a female, but she interested in women, that don't make it better.
It does.
Because at some point she'll be like, that's the same thing as how I feel a dude would look at it.
No, because in that sense, you all have the same interests. It's not she's looking at you like, oh yeah, this nigga sexy.
But she could be looking at my wife. Again, that's what I'm saying. That don't make it better. That just make it easier for you. Shit, that don't make it better for me.
See, and it just is a very sticky situation because, okay, we've been together forever. I'm not going to say old adults, but we are mature adults, right? Like we're out of our 20s. What are you like? And you're in the grocery store picking up dinner for us for me to cook, and you just talk to her in the line, and she's like, hey, yeah, let's exchange numbers. We can be friends. You come home and tell me that story, like, take me to her house and what her mama stay at, cause
so what if I get so let's do another scenario, right? So let's say it's not in the grocery store.
Okay.
Let's say we're a vendor, like what you call those things where they have a bunch of vendors and different like locals, like a market.
Oh, okay.
Right, like a market, right? Let's just say she has a certain type of business that we can benefit from. Right? You're not with me, but I realize that hey, this is a situation that we could benefit from, we could use, whether it's hey, we can get a discount or this is just something we need at the moment. So, hey, I push up, hey, I see you got this going on. Yeah. I would like to talk to you, boom bam, and go from there from, on a bit from a business standpoint or even from a standpoint of, hey, we could utilize this
to build.
Yeah, essentially.
So in that sense, it's completely different because that's different than a friend. Like my definition of friend is completely different than that. If we are,
well, let's say that person grows into a friend because you have to meet people to become their friend,
right? But
your friends that you know now that you got this relationship with or whatever, you didn't know them before you met them in school.
That is true, but so in that situation, you have a vendor or somebody who you can learn from, grow from, possibly become a mentor, and it just grows into a friendship. As a married man, how I would expect for you to handle that situation is, hey, my wife and I are into such and such, and
got to throw that out there.
My wife and I are into such and such.
For sure.
And I really am interested in your products, and I think that we would really be able to learn from you, this, that, and the third. Do you mind if I give you my wife's?
Okay. No, I mean, that's good.
Do you mind if I give you my wife's number, or do you mind if I take your number to provide to my wife?
So she can reach out to you.
So she can reach out to you. Like, there's a way for it to get done, and it all goes back to the type of person that you are. Like, you are such a lover, you're such a giver, you're so, like, I don't think any of your homeboys would say anything different. Like, y'all talk shit, but at the core, they know what it is. So, with that being said, your homeboys call your phone 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's just like, hey, we up, we on the road, I'm tired. Nigga, talk to me so I don't fall asleep on the road.
So what if my homegirl
If your
was on
homegirl,
the road and was like, "Hey, but I'm sleeping. I'm fighting for my life." What they do? What y'all doing? It's like,
call your mommy, call your daddy, call your
that's crazy. That's my homie. That's crazy.
Okay, so vice versa. My homeboy,
You ain't got none. What are we talking about?
you have homegirls?
If I did, and she was a driver,
No,
it's just a
no,
scenario. It's just a
no.
scenario.
Cause I'm about to see something.
No, I'm saying it's just a scenario.
Okay. Do you have homegirls though? I'm asking.
No.
Okay, so hypothetically.
But if I did.
Hypothetically, if you did have homegirls that
she was over the road, just fighting for her life.
She better tune in to Love You More podcast episode 2 that's already dropped and fight for your life that way, baby, because you're going to be fighting for your life another way if you call my
But you gotta
think,
it's only so much podcast and music. Although Love You More is very intended, but what I'm saying is there's only so much of it you can hear before it's like my eyes are heavy.
So this is my thing with that, and I hate to be this person, but this is again our therapy. This is I have to be true to myself. And I can't lie and say I never have been through like an insecure phase in our marriage, right? Like that would be a bold faced lie. I have. I truly feel like I am out of that insecure phase and have found myself and we are in such a good space that I don't have to be insecure anymore. But if a woman calls your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning and you laying next to me answer the phone or even allow her to call your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning and have not set that boundary of I'm sleeping next to my wife right now.
So that would be something, right? Right? Like that would be like you can't call me past a certain time.
You really can't call at all, though.
Okay, okay, for sure.
I mean,
but I'm saying like so. Let's just give them advice, right? So let's say this is a situation you're trying to figure out. Say you already, let's talk about the people that already have the friends before they get into a relationship or get married, right? Let's just say relationship because when you get married, it's going to change anyway, right?
So for those people, if you have friends that I have friends, you have friends that predate your relationship. Everybody has a past. So if you have friends that predate your relationship.
I was trying to tell you about my homegirl that's over the road, but you weren't trying to hear.
Well, I'm trying to figure out who she is at this point.
Predated. Is before us.
Okay, so
you just said we all got friends,
and that's completely.
How many of us have them? Friends. I'm talking about the ones you pinned. So I'm like, come on, I was just playing.
But that's the thing; she can't depend on you.
No, I mean, I no, I get it. It makes sense. But what I'm saying is, let's say,
and this hold on, because I really want to get this out there before we move past that. I am saying all of this knowing my husband, knowing our relationship thus far. We have never had a conversation saying that is acceptable. If a man calls my phone, if my blood brother calls my phone at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's gonna be a problem initially, and then you're gonna be like, "Damn, is bro straight? Like, what's going on?" But if a man calls my phone at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's a problem. Like, there's going to be some type of communication behind it, and you cannot sit here and say that that's acceptable.
I never came on here and said none of this shit was acceptable. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, let's do it from the viewpoint of somebody who's have these relationships prior to. Well, and when I say have these, I'm talking about very close knit relationships. Like you said, they can depend on each other. Hey, my tire flat, bro. You think you can help me change my tire, or these type of things where these are. I'm talking about they
locked
real
in.
friends,
Yeah.
platonic though,
Mm-hmm.
nothing, sexual, nothing like that. How do you? How can they manage that going into a relationship?
So I like to be the person who speaks on what she knows. I can't speak on that or give great advice on that because I've never been in that situation. We've been in a relationship since I was 15 years old. Like I have homeboys that I grew up with that are still my homeboys, that are still my brothers, but they automatically know, and they damn near grew up with you as well because like I've known them since second grade, and once I got with you, they were like, "Oh, that's bro," like, and so they probably hit you before they hit me, but we still have that relationship of like, the tenure, the memories, they always can call on me, and vice versa. On the other side of that, though, if I mean, hypothetically speaking, if I was in that type of situation where I had somebody I was locked in with prior to you, and then I met you, and I called on them, they would have to understand, like, hey, now I have a man. Now all of the responsibilities prior to having a man that I put on you because I ain't had nobody. And as a female, we need that masculine energy. We need somebody who's going to come and change a tire, somebody we can call on just to be a man. They should be the ones that's in your corner, like, hey, sis, I know you used to calling me, but where's your nigga?
Yeah, true.
Call him, like, and if he can't do it, tell him to call me and tell me to go and do it, because and again, that's dating back to like how
But again,
our
let's
relationships
but let's
work.
be honest. That's not necessarily reality, right?
But it
Because
is
no,
because
it's not for the simple fact of people. These are your friends, right?
mm-hmm,
These ain't my damn friends. If we grow a mutual respect for each other, cool, whatever, that's cool. But the reality of somebody saying, "Oh nah, tell your boy to hit me up," and nigga, 9 times out of 10, most of these niggas, "Oh, you need what done? I'm running," because guess what, nigga, you chose this nigga. I really wanted you to choose me because a lot of that shit, bro,
then
it really be
then was it ever really platonic?
never. That be, but I don't look. I don't want to say that, right? But this what I would say. If I feel like if you're a male and you have this situation where you got a homegirl or homegirls going into a relationship, I feel like if you're upfront and honest and you put that on the table, like, look, these are my homegirls. This is what the relationship is.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it started. This is what's going on. I would love for you to meet them. You give me your
Have to meet them.
input and how you feel about them once you meet them, and then let's come together, have a conversation, and let's figure out how we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if I'm rocking with you and you come to me and you be like, hey, nah, I ain't feeling that. Shorty be looking at you a certain type of way. I
See,
think she really want to whoop the bam. I
but
don't know.
but females are very territorial. I don't know one female on this earth that I've ever come in contact with that's like, oh yeah, my dude's best friend is a female, straight female, that if she calls and needs anything, I'm cool with
But I
him
mean,
jumping
it's
on
it's
it.
people out there that do that though. We just don't know. We don't see it. I mean,
I
it
mean, there's
happens.
there's people out here that do a lot of crazy shit. So I'm not saying that
But
if
it's
you do
not.
that,
It's not necessary. It's not crazy, right? It's just you don't understand it because you haven't lived that way, right?
correct, correct.
Um, I get it from a standpoint. If you're a friendly person or a social person, it makes sense because shit, you be cool with anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just know from a male point of view, at some point you're looking at a woman and saying, I would or I wouldn't. And I feel like women do the same thing and they
Absolutely.
probably wouldn't be honest about it, but they do the same
No,
exact thing.
I would be honest and
But
say
the
yes.
crazy thing is you wouldn't know if it was or wasn't, right? Because a lot of times motherfuckers not gonna be honest with you and tell you straight up what it is or what it ain't. But even if I meet you in the first glance, it's like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Nah, she ain't even my type. Let's say we create a bond and we rocking together, or we, close quarters, whatever, boom, boom. At some point, I'm like, me a couple shots.
Yeah, time and opportunity.
Yeah, like
Now, and mind you, it don't even have to take time and opportunity. Like, there has been some nights, I am sure that people can attest to, that you wake up the next morning like, what the hell did I do? Like, this nigga ain't my type. This female ain't my type. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I must have been real horny because what happened?
I mean, it happened, but it's sometimes it's comfort, right? Like you know this person, conversation, whatever. Just y'all may really be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't got nobody, or
And especially now that we are older, I think that the people that you can find comfort in take it to the next level. Like, if you are comfortable with them telling them your deepest, darkest, your goods and your bads, like taking it to off of that superficial level, because everything now is so superficial, like all of the social media.
mm-hmm.
And so if you lock in with somebody that may or may not be your type, you just like, shorty cool, because she ain't my type, but she cool to talk to.
She could.
Yeah, she cool to talk to. I can go over there and get a plate real quick, run down my day. Like, she ain't gonna judge me. She just cool people.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that ends up growing into, okay, Shorty was cooking and she looked kind of good because she was listening to me, and like, there is a level beneath.
It's a very thin line.
It's a very thin line. There's a level beneath
before
the
intimacy.
superficial that you end up falling in pussy.
Okay. Getting intimate. Okay.
So what do you think? What do you think is the boundary, or like, do you feel like as a married man that you could have platonic friendships with females? Would you do that? Do you want that? Because now you're.
No, I mean, I feel like if it's like a situation of, we cool with a couple or a married couple or whatever, and then everybody just cool. Because like a lot of times you don't want it to be awkward where it's like, oh, I just talked to bruh, I don't ever say nothing to the chick. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and we have married friends. Like, we actually have a married friend that we've damn near grown up with in our adult life. That's like,
yeah, for
we are
sure.
very close with.
Yeah, for sure. So I think from that side of it, it could be done. Because that's just respectful. It's like, hey, we cool, we all cool,
right?
Mutual conversations. We play cards, we cook, we live, whatever, boom, and everybody going about their business.
Right. But even
me texting that person and calling that person is like, bro, what the fuck for what?
But I even think taking it a step further, because you might not just on a day-to-day text and call them like you do your homeboys, but if she needed advice from you, or if she was like, hey, your brother tripping, like, whatever the case is, I would feel comfortable with her reaching out to you. And I feel like she has before, like, and you being like, all right, sis, like, here's what you do, or here's how we get it back into the middle of the road, or whatever the case is in that situation. I would feel comfortable in that, because we know that, one, they don't, there is no malice there. There is no underlying feelings or underlying like motives there. It's simply like, you are somebody that I can trust, and you all know us to the point of our deepest, darkest. So help me, help my relationship.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like if it's one of those type of situations where it's group settings, for me anyway, that's how I speak solely for me. A group situation scenarios, cousins, sister, close range like that, cool. But if I'm saying I got a home girl, like if I got time to give a home girl, I'm not doing, I'm not putting enough time in at home. Like that's
I love
really my viewpoint.
that.
Cause shit, at the end of the day, I got a fucking daughter, I got sisters, I got cousins that's my sisters who grew up just like we was brother and sister. I got aunties that's I could reach out to. So it's like at the end of the day, if it was one of those things where I needed advice or
Mm-hmm.
I just want to talk to
Another
other
female,
female
yeah.
other than my fucking wife, I got people I can call
Right.
compared to going outside of that to be like, because that can create a very tricky, toxic situation.
See, and we have finally, by the grace of God, thank you, Jesus, gotten to the point within like literally the last couple years where we're comfortable. Like our relationship is very stable. It's not any okay, well this could be happening, but I don't know about this. Like
Yeah, for sure.
it's very stable, it's very comfortable. And I contribute a lot of those trials and tribulations to bringing in outside people into
Yeah,
our
for sure.
marriage, into our relationship, into our friendship, just in general, like giving other people the time of day.
Yeah.
Um, and so I really think that when it comes down to us now that we've gone to that space of like it's comfortable, like this is what we have worked 16 years to get to,
Mm-hmm.
there is no room for anybody else. There is no room for outsiders. There is no room for another man or another woman or friends. And when I say friends, it's like, of course, have friends. I have friends, but
Mm-hmm.
there is no room to pour all of your energy into outside situations because we are just hitting the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg for our relationship. And I really want to explore where we can go tapping into each other.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've seen what it gets us when we bring outside entities into our marriage.
Yeah, I always said if we would have just focused on us and focused on each other, we would have been there already. Like we do, damn good for we, overly blessed. But
Right.
if we would have just focused on our entity and just focused on us, we would have definitely been there already. Like no doubt. But at the same time, you have to go through
Yeah, we didn't
those
know.
moments, those situations, those scenarios to grow and become,
Right.
hopefully a better or the best version of yourself throughout that process. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Mm-hmm.
looks different for everybody, but I think from friends and friendships you learn the most. Because these
Absolutely.
are people that you, especially now that you grow further apart away from like actual family because everybody's so spread out, you far away, you done moved,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah, you
and you
create your
create
own
your own
family.
family in a sense. So
Exactly.
all that entails and brings on a lot of different, energies and things from the people that you're bringing around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because see, a lot of times, a lot of problems not even your problems.
No, you
You inherit it,
correct.
right? So you have to. So for me, I'm thankful that I was able to go through these situations and scenarios without real damage,
Mm-hmm.
being caused
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times shit can get very out of hand and
Quickly.
a lot of shit you can't come back from. So,
And so I'm going to correct you there because there was a lot of damage that has been done in friendships and us learning how to navigate friendships and who's your friend and who's not your friend. Like we have vowed not to, like, this is real raw uncut.
yeah,
And
for sure.
so you're not as heavy on social media as I am and the things that you post and stuff like that. But I think people know, like, it's easy to see, like, oh, okay, you was posting a group of 10 people 2 years ago and y'all posting posts nowhere. Like, and not to even get into that, but you learn and you grow. And with all of that, you learn to navigate who's for you and who's not for you and what works. And to the detriment part, like, absolutely, it could have been detrimental, but by the grace of God, we were able to navigate and lock in with each other. And that really is what brought us out on the other side of, like, nah, like,
Yeah, for
through this
sure.
whole time we have been here for each other. We have the the only thing, if nothing else has been consistent, it's been us.
Yeah, through it all, yeah, for sure. But that's why I said it wasn't no damage done, right? Because it was, a lot of situations, a lot of, moments where people had information that they shouldn't have had, and that type of shit. But the reality of it is shit, a hater can't stop nothing. You feel me?
That's it.
Like you, and everybody that I ever had around, I only wanted to see,
Win. Right.
that's it. I ain't never care about nothing else. I ain't trying to outshine nobody. I ain't trying to be bigger than nobody. I want to see everybody eat, everybody win. Get it how you get it. Live how you want to live, because shit, you only get one of these.
Right.
Do it how you want to do it. Do it how you see fit for you. Because I'm gonna do the same for me. I'm gonna go get mine. I'm gonna go get my crib. I'm gonna go get my. I'm gonna go do whatever it is I feel like in the moment I want to do, because shit, I don't know if I'm waking up tomorrow. So while I'm here and I still got a breath in my body, I'm gonna do what I see fit for me. But at the end of the day, I used to always be that guy. Like, but I gotta take I gotta take the boys with me. We going together, and that used to be, what I'm saying, my biggest downfall, because it's like shit, they ain't want to go.
Right.
But I'm trying to
people,
drag them. You
right.
feel me? So it's like a lot of shit get misconstrued, and it's a lot of misinterpreted shit where, like, bro, I want you to be great.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But you looking at it like, oh well, bro, you talking to me crazy. You don't
Right.
know how to talk to people who the bound. But the reality of it is, bro, I'm just trying to get the best version of you. You feel me? You've been doing the same shit for year after year after year. I'm trying to talk to you in the sense where, hey, bro, tighten up.
Right.
Get your shit together. Let's do something different.
But everybody is not ready for that accountability. And I think in the last episode, we may have touched on it, like, delivery is so key. And that's something that I know that from the very beginning of our relationship to now, you have changed completely. And it's always something that you work on and you grow into. Delivery, I think, is one thing that is hard for people to accept, because if you're not used to a certain style of delivery, it can very easily be misconstrued for something different.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, you said that they had information that a lot of people had information that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, for sure.
And that touches my soul, because shame on us.
Yeah, for sure. Play it crazy. Play it crazy, for sure.
Shame on us. And it is heartbreaking. Like, this episode is about friendship. And it's heartbreaking to know that people that you confide in, opposite sex, same sex, like, people that you bring into your home, people that are family,
yeah, for sure,
that you would give your last to, have information that you feel like, I can confide in you because, baby, you taking this to the grave, because we rock like that. And it ends up not being that situation.
They say, be careful what you tell a friend, because one day they could be an enemy.
Mm-hmm. And we had to learn that.
Yeah, and two is just the simple fact of, I think my biggest thing is, right, it's like, bro, we ain't gotta rock with each other, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't cool with me, you ain't rocking with me, bro. Cool. You feel me? Go do your thing, bro. we grown
It's
as
cool, right,
hell. You
right,
feel me?
right.
Like this ain't high school or middle school, or you know, motherfucker think, oh, you in a popular group or the popular crew. Like, bro, I ain't asking you to be. I don't give a fuck about
There's
no
no
friend,
groups.
bro. I got kids that look at me every day, but like we best friends.
Right.
Daddy, you my friend. I don't give a fuck about no friend.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to stick around and act like, oh, it's one thing and then it's really not. That's the part that I be confused about.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But I can't control that. You feel me? I can only be who I am. But that's when you have to understand that everybody don't deserve access to you.
That. And when you slip up and provide access to people that don't deserve it. And that's why, so earlier we talked about the shift. The shift happened because it was almost a force. The shift happened because we had provided people access, friends access, who did not necessarily deserve that access.
For sure.
And it came down to a situation where it was like, oh shit, this might come out and we have not had this conversation. And so now either you're gonna hear this conversation from this friend that wasn't really a friend that now has this information and could put it in the streets, or let's come together and can't nobody tell you shit about me. I told you it all.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't nobody tell me shit about you. Like, I know it all.
Yeah, for sure.
The heartbreak, the damn, how could you, how would you, how should, like, can't nobody tell me a shit about each other, because it it, it could have come out, it would have come out. We chose to have that conversation first. So if it ever did, we'd be able to say, hey, I know.
Yeah, for sure. Like it, you know, it is what it
It
is,
is what
right?
it is, right?
What you have to understand, what y'all have to understand is when you're talking about any type of relationship or friendship or a marriage or whatever it is, you're talking about two imperfect people trying to come together and create a perfect situation, right?
Right.
But a lot of times you're dealing with people who think they're perfect and they're bringing you the perfect situation, right?
Or I would challenge you on that and say that you're dealing with people who have not learned how to put pride aside.
I mean, it's all the same shit.
Okay.
Your pride and your ego makes you think you're perfect.
Okay.
In reality, bro, you don't know shit. You ain't nowhere near perfect.
Right.
You ain't bringing shit to the table. You just
I
pulled
ain't
up a
bringing a lot
chair.
to the table.
But what I'm saying is the reality of it is we're all imperfect. Nobody's perfect. We try to come together and create perfect situations,
Right.
perfect vibes, you know, perfect moments for each other, whether it's friends,
Right.
whether it's, you know, marriage, whether it's brother, sister, mama, daughter, whatever the relationship is, it's two imperfect people trying to create a perfect situation. So I try to give people a lot of grace, understanding that, hey, I know we're not perfect and, you know, we're all trying to find our way and figure it out. But it's a very thin line for, you know, to be able to
Not
disrespect
lose
and just
yourself. Right.
keep crossing the lines that should never be crossed. If you say you got love for me, or you say I'm your family, you my brother or sister, or however that go, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't care who it is. Disrespect will not be tolerated, and those lines that shouldn't be crossed will never be crossed. And if they are, you're never coming back over. That's just what it's gonna be. But I feel like being married, from my viewpoint where I am now, I only focus on you on a day to day. I do have people that, you know, I love and I care about as well, and they check on me, I check on them. It's a, you know, it's a two-way street. That shit ain't one way.
Right.
If you do have them friends where it's like, oh, you only hear from them every time you call them up, you call them, or you know, you gotta text them, or it ain't always reciprocated. You gotta watch out for them too. If it's a one way street and you only talk to them when you hit them up or you reaching out to them, checking up on them, and it's never vice versa, that is not your friend.
Look, what Mama used to say. They make your damn friend.
That is not your friend, and I learned that too. I learned that the hard way too. But the reality of it is, if people are for you, they're gonna be there for you whenever you need them. Whatever
Clapping
it is,
loudly.
yeah, for sure. They want to see you win. They're gonna do whatever it takes, to make sure they can help in any way to get you, to the win if they can help in a sense. So
let me. I'm just gonna throw this in as a quick sidebar, just so our viewers can really get the dynamic of us. Everybody, everybody close to me knows, like, I have two best friends that those are my sisters, those are my dogs. Like, call me, I'm there anytime, any day. May not talk every day, but they know who they are. Like, those are my aces. You, on the other hand, I feel like are very friendly. Like, you have way more friends than I do, and I only have a select few that I would call my friends, like two best friends. Outside of that, like a select, maybe a handful that I would call my friends. Everybody else is just associates. You are extremely friendly, which is crazy.
Friendly is crazy. that's a stretch.
But
Very social.
You're very sociable, but you are more open to being,
if it makes sense, if the energy, I got people that I rock with, but the first time we seen each other, met, we didn't talk for months.
Right, but
when we finally lock in and it makes sense, shit, we do the work.
Right, and the difference for me is, like, we're gonna talk that first time. I'm gonna fill you out, like, oh baby, you gonna be my best friend, like my best friend to this day. We literally met at parent teacher conference.
That's friendly. I'm social in our network, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
I'm not doing
the energy has to make sense. Like, the energy has to be fitting for whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when I first meet people, we ain't locked in or what up, my boy. That's friendly.
No, so you're not friendly, but
friendly
you are more.
I don't like people, if we're gonna be completely honest.
You are more open to friendship.
Not even. You gotta think. You're talking about, bro, I got 15-year people. Yeah. 10-year people. Yeah. What's the give me somebody recent, like, in the past couple years.
So I'm not saying that.
That's friendly. I ain't making no friend every fucking day. I don't like people.
It's okay to be friendly.
I'm not though. That's a stretch.
Be friendly. But you okay. Scratch all that. You have more friends than I do.
That's not the fuck is that a compliment? Yes. It's not.
You have more friends than I do. So, with that being said, though, all of your friends, like, and all of your friends have turned into, like, your brothers. Like, everybody.
Nigga, that's family. Because, again, you're talking about 15 plus, 10 plus, like,
right.
Nigga, that's family. What are you talking about? They ain't no friend.
But I said all of that to
say. You ain't calling your two friends?
No, that's my sister.
Exactly, that's family. Yeah. So what are you talking about?
I said all of that to say, and we're really getting to the same point. Like, I am definitely very much the only girl in a lot of situations. Your friends are my brothers. Like,
yeah, for sure.
The ones that are still around are very much my brothers, and can't nobody tell me shit about them besides me. And it's so funny because that is the only, like, when you say, can men and women be friends, like platonic friends? In that situation, yes. Because they're no different than James to me.
Yeah, after a while, but it's still, it's still, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? just because they my friend and they my brother, and I look out, that don't mean shit. They men at the end of the day. I would hope that, none of my people that say they love me or fuck with me wouldn't be looking at my. But shit, let's be honest. Like, shit, that's like saying if you go outside, these niggas ain't looking at you. I'm not sitting around thinking about that shit. But I would hope that shit, you got enough loyalty or respect for me that shit, if it ever come out, you gonna come tell me, or if you ever go that way, they gonna come tell me.
Right.
I don't have that in me to be sitting around with. I wonder if this nigga want to hit this or do that. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, I can only focus on me and where I am and where I'm trying to go. You feel me? So at the end of the day, cool. Like them my people. I would hope they have enough respect for me and you to be able to be, whatever it is of assistance. Say you need them in whatever moment, or they need you in moments, and that could be done,
and the boundary has been set from the very beginning of a sister role. Like, oh, your baby needs to be picked up from school, or like very much auntie, very much sister, very much like.
Yeah, I believe in that village, dog.
Absolutely.
Like shit, because at the end of the day, we all gonna have our day. You ain't gonna be up all the time. You ain't gonna have it figured out all the time. You gonna need somebody at some moment. So shit, if it's strength in numbers. Mm-hmm. So if it's a bunch of us and shit, we can all help each other in whatever moment it is. Shit, we gonna be straight when it's all said and done. Right. Because shit, if you down right now, shit, this person can pick you up because shit, we got them up during the process, or they up, or whatever it is, and we all come together. Shit, we make everybody put in a couple dollars and let's cook dinner tonight.
And I think that's where the boundaries, like aside from setting hardcore boundaries, I think that's where the boundaries lie. Because if you are going to have that village, if this auntie is taking care of all the kids, you ain't finna fuck that auntie, because if you fuck that auntie, then the whole village crumbles.
But they will. Fuck the auntie. Like, what are you talking about? And it's crazy because, like, bro, you're a woman and you know fucking better. You know better.
Not with my
group.
I
feel like this is gonna have to be another fucking conversation. Not with my group, because what do you mean? I'm not even saying with your group. I'm just saying you can't be naive. I'm saying in general. You
set those boundaries.
Yeah, you can set those boundaries all day, but you can't say that, because I set the boundaries, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me.
No, you set the boundaries, and if somebody tries, then you handle accordingly and you get their ass gone. But a lot of times, as a strong as woman,
man, you talking about women and men. You know what that shit comes down to.
I'm gonna agree to disagree, because guess what?
Again, you can't control nobody else's actions, so you can only hope that these are the situations and these is what it's gonna be. But again, to avoid all that shit, just don't fucking do it. Because it don't have to be done. You have cousins, you have brothers, you have uncles, you have people that you can reach out to and have those type of relationships with. For whatever it is you need. You need your tire changed, you need your car to go get your oil changed. Call your fucking family members. You don't need Joe Smo Blow to say, "Oh girl, I got you," trying to sweet talk you, and then he make you think he don't want it, and then he get it, and then he gonna ghost you. Now y'all ain't friends no more. Can't even be the same. No
now you mad at your nigga.
Come on, like what the fuck are we talking about? So at the end of the day, I feel like I would never cross that line just because I don't see how I can make it work and how it makes sense for me and my situation. That's where I'm at with it.
You know your wife.
Nigga, it has nothing to do with that. It's more so about me. At the end of the day, I love the shit out of you, but it has nothing to do with that. It's really just because I see it doesn't make sense for me. Okay. There's nothing I get out of it. I gain nothing. I only gain headache. I don't gain anything from that. Again, unless it's a business move or, a business, oh, well, shit, this person, she do makeup, she do hair, or hey, she do photography, or she do this. Hey, we know we trying to do this. She got this, or they doing that. Hey, holler at her and see if she could.
At that point,
like,
my way.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it has nothing. I don't win in those situations. So I mean, for me, it's a hard no.
So in all, men, if there's a woman that you as a relationship can benefit from, throw the alley oop to your woman, and maybe you guys can be friends through your woman.
I don't see that working either, but maybe.
Kinda.
No, because she's gonna feel some type of way because it's like, who is this bitch?
Who? The woman?
Yeah.
No, like if there's
Man, y'all ass be goofy.
I mean, yes, we do, and
Y'all
I will be the first to say that we do. But if it's a situation where it's like, oh, okay, she does makeup, and I need a makeup artist. Oh, baby, met her out. First of all, I'm gonna ask, how do you even know if she's a makeup artist?
No, you're opportunist. That's what it sounds like.
No.
It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying.
It's not what I'm saying at all. But if you are in a situation where you find somebody who could benefit and level up what we are doing, you give her my number, or you get her number to provide to me, or you call me. That's as simple as calling me while you're
on FaceTime. On
Or-
FaceTime. Look, man, look who I just met. No, like I really want to know. I feel like we should start like a poll or something. Maybe you can do it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like start a poll and see how many people think that being married and a friend, in a relationship, that you could be friends. We're gonna figure out a way to start that poll, or y'all drop it in the comments. Y'all let us know what y'all think.
So let's take it above married. Let's take it to in a relationship.
I say relationship or married.
Yeah, in a relationship, having the opposite sex friends, because I ain't going, y'all. That's dead.
Yeah, drop it in the comments. We're gonna create a poll. Y'all look on Facebook or Instagram. We're gonna figure out a way to get y'all feedback and see what y'all think. I'm very interested now in seeing what people really think about it. Cause it's a hard no for me.
It's a fuck no.
Yeah, nah. Especially not being married.
At 31, talk about, oh baby, I got this new friend. His name is
fuck out of it. But even like no, like even
his name is
even like let's say like you say the people you grew up with, I can't even see them calling your phone and me being
they
like,
know.
oh no, that's cool. All right, nigga, what? They talking about what? Oh, okay. The fuck?
They gonna do what though?
Yeah, all right. But I mean, I know them nonetheless. So
Yeah, you know them, and you have a good relationship with them.
I mean, I could get in contact with them for sure because my dog.
Cheers, me. Let's go to bed, cause you
Love you more.
I love you more.
Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you more.